Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at the new Avatar Floating Mountains or Site 26 and RDA Samson. This is the second largest Avatar set that you can get. It comes with some pretty cool features, both Pandora atmosphere-esque as well as the military installation that's there. So we get a little bit of both with this, and so pretty cool nonetheless. It is set 75573 with 9+ as the age range and 887 pieces. And there's a look at the box there. We also do get 5 minifigures, which is actually pretty good. And it's very colorful and nice. On the back, we can see some play features and whatnot, which we will go over here in just a moment. But first, we'll do minifigures, starting out here with Grace. And I love the detail on this minifigure. She looks so good. I believe she does have Ellie Sattler's pants, which is fine, but I love that like dual printed legs. There's just so much detail. She even has a little sock outline. It just looks great. I love the button-down shirt and the necklaces. I think that the hair is really appropriate for this character. And of course, they have the printed on oxygen masks, which is really cool. On the back, we have a little bit of shirt detail. And then of course, for the alternate head, we have a non-oxygen mask Grace. Would have loved to see them have made a Grace in Avatar form because we did see her in the movie. Maybe we'll get that in a future set, but there she is, and she looks really, really good. I'm very impressed. Next, we have Jake Sully, and he is in human form, and he has this cool wheelchair, which is yellow, and I think it's a bit of a different design than what we've seen for other wheelchairs. But nonetheless, it is really cool. He has a shadow version on his shirt of the helicopter that comes in this set, and there is his mask. I was thinking that his hair was really inaccurate to this character, but I'm pretty sure once they go to Site 26, he lets his hair get pretty long, so I guess that's fitting. It's just not the best hairpiece. Like, would you recognize that this is Jake Sully on his own without, you know, the hints of it being from Pandora? I don't really think so personally, but nonetheless, I do like that they did attempt to tie him in with the tank top there, because otherwise he'd be pretty plain, I think. But nonetheless, pretty cool, and I really like that wheelchair. I think it looks very neat. Next up, we have Trudy, and she is the helicopter pilot, and I think that they did a really good job on her. They could have probably done decorative legs, but you know, it's okay. I think that her tank top looks good, and I like her necklaces, and I thought it was a really cool touch how they added her like eye black from like some of the last scenes that she's alive in. Spoiler alert, just to give her a more pronounced look. She does have a regular face, but it's a lot less standout, so I prefer to display her with her little iridescent eye black. I think it looks really good. And yeah, really cool minifigure to also be included. And next up here we have Norm in Avatar form. It's funny, we don't actually have a human minifigure of Norm, but here he is as an Avatar, and I think they really missed the mark on his pants. He's got really long legs, and they could have broken it up and made it look a little bit more natural had they added like pockets or something, but he just has really long tan khaki pants, and he is dressed like a human in Avatar, in an Avatar body. So I think that he looks pretty good, and his face looks pretty much like Norm, I think. I actually am curious, that almost looks like it's part of Jake Sully's, one of his face from another set. I'd have to double check, but he does have a tail as well. And looks pretty neat. Glad that they included him. And lastly, here is Jake Sully as his avatar, and this is a different Jake than we get in other sets, which again is a fantastic, I think. He has a knife across his torso and some face paint on, and looks a little bit more confident, and he has a loincloth. And here's the back. Doesn't look too bad at all. Again, really nice to get different variations of the same character if we're going to get the same character. And I did want to show off also the little horse with its molded legs. It's got 6 of them, which is pretty cool. Just a very unique molded animal. And then this is where they can make the connection with their hair. And there is a little piece that you can put, if you don't have anybody riding them, where those little things will connect so that they stay down and out of the way, which I think is nice. But just some really good mold detail, like you can see along the back with the ridges there. It looks really cool. Very, very unique. And then their breathing holes they even molded in on the side. I remember those were super weird from the movie, but a really cool horse, in my opinion. And they're still definitely horse size compared to the tall avatars, which is cool. And I actually don't think that these horses are any taller than the normal ones. I'd have to compare, but pretty cool nonetheless. Now onto the set itself. We'll start here with the little trailer. This is Site 26 up in the Hallelujah Mountains, and it's basically just a little mobile trailer or set of mobile trailers that they use for kind of detached scientific observations. It does have a little ramp, which makes sense because we'd have to have Jake be able to ride up in there. I do like that it does fit his wheelchair in width. That's really cool. And then the little door opens. We have a little keypad here, and I like the nice rounded shape of this door, and you can even open it. I think that they did a really good job with this little trailer, including lots of detail on it, especially these like little things just help make it look kind of futuristic. We have a couple of controls back here. And overall, it looks really cool. And they really could have just made a facade, but they didn't. They made it have somewhat of an interior. You just take off the top. And back here, we have a picture of, I assume that's Jake in the, I don't want to say back to tank, but it is back to tank basically, where he goes and becomes his avatar. It's interesting that they use a door and they didn't use some sort of like back to tank bubble or something. But yeah, you could put him in there or any character in there. Close them up and they can go into the avatar world, though only Jake really can because we get a Jake avatar and a Jake minifigure. We don't have a Grace or a Norm one, unfortunately. And then on this side here, we have a computer with a swivel chair. And so not a huge amount of detail, but there is a little bit, and I appreciate it for that. I think that's really cool personally. And it's fun. It gives just a little bit more scenery to this area. And then of course we have the helicopter, the Samson, with the Pandora under flora, I guess you could say, with the two pegs that connect to other sets. Some very interesting looking plants. This is supposed to be a hover piece. I think it does actually pretty good to make it seem kind of like it's floating. And then lifting up to the helicopter, we have a little bit of a platform, like a mountain platform that it sits on. And this connects the same way that the Banshee set connects. And you just pull it off like that. There's a stick there, and it has a little piece there. And we have the whole helicopter, which I think looks pretty nice. Interesting wings, if you will. They are very futuristic. I do like the blue accents on the top. And you can put avatars on the inside. They can hang on to this interior little panel here, or they can sit. And I do like that aspect. Let's see. They're a little bit too tall to sit inside. Oh, they can just barely, just like that. Looks a little awkward. These do have stud shooters as well, which is kind of interesting, but cool, I guess, for a play feature. We have a little sticker of a tiger there, and then in the cockpit here, we have space for two minifigures. We could put Trudy in the front and then have somebody sitting right in the back, and there's a control stick. So overall, pretty cool. We definitely get a lot more of the human element to this set than we do of the Pandora element, but that's okay, because we have a lot of the Pandora element for the other sets. It's pretty neat overall. I really like this set. So anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and until next time, I will see you guys later.